Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. We've got a special guest with us today, J.J. Walton. J.J. is a sophomore transfer from Gulf Coast Junior College in Mississippi. He's done an outstanding job for us so far this summer and in preseason workouts. And let's get started with a few questions. You can relax. I know he's a little nervous, his first interview here at Chipola, but tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you grew up, maybe a couple hobbies you have.
My name is JJ. I'm from Temple, Florida. I went to Slam Temple High School. I just froze.
Hobbies? Any hobbies?
Oh, I like to draw, play video games here and there. Mainly in the gym, though.
Okay.
In the gym.
Now, being from Tampa, are you a big Buccaneer fan, JJ?
Yeah.
Tom Brady and the boys?
Tom Brady, everybody.
Yeah, good. What's the receiver there, Evans?
Oh, Mike Evans, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Bucs fan myself. Now, tell me this. You only played 1 year of high school basketball, right?
Yeah.
Your family bounced around and moved a little bit, so it was hard for you to kind of get established. But was it your senior year or your junior year that you actually played?
My senior.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about it. How did that go for you?
It went great my senior year. My first time playing basketball, for professional-wise. We went all the way to the state championship, won us a good state championship ring. Got mad offers. I was committed to Indian River at first. Head coach left, decommitted. And then late June, I committed to Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Played there. Got there first game of the season, got injured. I was out all the way into January. Came back to play conference play. Later at the end of that year, we didn't have a great season that year. Head coach ended up leaving. I didn't feel like a great fit was there for me, so I took the opportunity to decommit and become to Chipola with Donnie Tyndall. While being here for preseason, summer vacations, like summer, I realized this is the best fit for me. He's gonna make me a better player, better man, better coachable, and improving my game.
Well, it's about his life story, all right? Show's over, right? No, I'm teasing. That's good stuff. When you only get to play 1 year of high school basketball, sometimes guys get overlooked, even if they've played 4 years of high school basketball. But I think the one thing JJ brings to the table now, and I'm sure you did it your 1 year of high school basketball, is the energy and effort in which you play.
Yeah.
And, when you went, first you commit to Coach Wilson at Indian River, who's a good friend of mine and an outstanding coach. He was the one that actually told me about you and that you were maybe going to think about leaving Gulf Coast. Yeah. Played for an outstanding coach in Tim Ryan, but as you mentioned, had the foot injury. And that set you back a little bit. Missed about half of the games, right, with a broken foot. We had a real scare this fall. We thought he re-injured the foot. He did have a bruise on the foot, but it wasn't the same bone fracture that he had had his freshman year, so that was great news for us. Yeah. But when you say you picked Chipola to play here for myself, which I appreciate you saying that, what's maybe one thing, even two things since you've been here? You knew it was going to be good. You knew you were going to like it. At least you thought you would. But one or two things that have really stood out that make you enjoy being here at Chipola, JJ?
One of the two things is, for one, you always stay on my tail. Get this stuff done right. Don't do a half speed, slow. Always do it right. And pay attention. One thing you need to do is learn quick, pay attention so you can be ready for that next level. And the intensity is it's there, so it prepare you for that next level.
Do you always like how I address you at times, or you get mad at me once in a while?
Nah, it gives me motivation. Okay, boom. If you do it right the first time, you don't have to worry about it again, and have it as muscle memory. So I really like what you do.
Well, and the one thing JJ's done outside of playing really hard, he showed great leadership. Even for a newcomer this season, he's a guy that's taken some of these freshmen under his wing and has helped them to grow and develop, and it's been outstanding. He'll be one of our captains this year for sure. And I guess I always give guys a chance to ask me one question during their segment with me on this show, so you can ask me one. Go ahead and fire away.
I got one. Good. One question is your intensity on the court is the same thing off the court?
Well, I don't know if you could have even close to regular blood pressure if you lived your off the court life the way I do my on court life, right? But I'm sure my daughters, Taylor and Grace, would probably disagree and say Daddy's pretty intense off the floor about some things too. But I just think You use the word intense, and it is intense, and we do coach with, a fiery type mentality, but I call it passion, and I'm very, very passionate about helping young people and coaching the game of basketball, and I think what happens over time, maybe sooner rather than later, but certainly over time, is that my young guys figure out that I have a great passion for trying to make them better, and I think you've felt that so far. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, last question. All right, we got game tomorrow, let's say.
Yeah.
Our starting five. Who would be our starting lineup if you were the head coach, JJ, Coach Walton?
Starting five, you got Gritty Williams, you have Sammy Parrish, and you have, I'm going to say, Grace, me, and I'm going to say Gerald Colonel.
Okay, pretty good starting five. He had Sammy and Greedy in the backcourt, Grace and himself at the forward spots, and then Gerald Colonel, our big returning 6'9" player from last year at the five. So I think that's a pretty good lineup, and some pretty good guys coming off the bench with that lineup right there too, though, isn't there?
Yeah, we got a lot of them.
Yeah, well, we're excited about this young guy. He's going to be a great addition to our program. He's a very good student, represents our college and our community in the community the right way, which is so important. And I've got two important dates that I hope you would remember. On October 24th, it's a Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We're going to couple up with the women's program and have our fan jam, which we do annually. We'll have a three-point contest. We'll have a dunk contest, which my man's already predicted he's going to win. Each team will scrimmage a little bit in front of our fans, and then afterwards we'll take the time to visit, sign autographs, take some pictures with our community and our campus community. So it should be a great night. Again, that's October 24th, 6 o'clock, right there at the Milton Johnson Center. And then the next date I want to mention is November 2nd. We were initially scheduled November 1st. We've moved the game to November 2nd. So our opening game of the season will be November 2nd. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. We hope everyone will put that in your calendars, pencil it in, and we hope to see you at both of those two dates. Have a great rest of the week, and go Indians.
Yes, sir.